Welcome back to Contest of Speed. I'm your host, Electric Entree, along with Chubb Tucker. We're coming to you live from Austria at the Red Bull Ring this week. Fingers crossed, we're going to have a full race this time around, unlike last week. But looks like we've got a little rain on the track. And like I said, I've got Chubb back with me in the booth. Chubb, how we doing tonight?
Doing good. Just watching Emerson here on his first lap on the soft tires in the wet. It's gonna be tricky, but let's see if he can keep it together.
Yeah, we do have a little rain in the forecast here. Looked like it was sprinkling there at the pit lane. Doesn't look like the track is too wet though. He may be okay on these softs.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's got his front right tire there is at 68 degrees, so it had some trouble heating it up, which, you know, obviously in the rain it's hard to heat up tires anyways, but
yeah, it's amazing what a little water can do for your tire temperatures.
That's right. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, we go. Yeah, well, he's not floating around.
Yeah, so at least early here, the softs may have been the call.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if he invalidated or not there. Let's see.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
And he's going to cross the line. He'll set the first lap of the evening with a 1:11.29. And as that's the first lap, obviously he's going to have the fastest lap. SSR William coming in, beating that by 0.7 of a second, though, almost off the rip. And he's on the softs as well. Red Devil, he's going to come in with a 1:10.0. And we're piling in here, so your current top four: Devil, SSR William, Emerson, and Pucks. 2 in the 1:10s, 2 in the 1:11s.
Yeah, and remember this season we've had a lot of pace out of Pucks, Devil, and then Potty, who now just went up there P1 with the 109.
Not to be outdone.
No, I mean, you know, we've said that all year. Like, if he can keep it together, like Potty's right there, man. Like, and he's due. He's due for it.
You know, last week we made it almost all the way through qualifying last week at Jeddah before the servers crashed out, and Potty had great pace at Jeddah. He was looking good, and then, you know, we ended up not being able to run the race. So, you know, he was looking to redeem himself from Australia, and he had to wait a week on it. So maybe now, you know, he's been able to focus up for another week, and he'll be able to bring it home. Formula Kai, though, going 1:08. He's got the fastest lap currently now, and that leaves Deliberation. Oh no, Deliberation just finished his lap. That puts him in P9 with a 1:11.
Right.
So I think currently we have Kryptonic Swang, the last one. He's going to cross the line here into 5th with a 1:10.0.
Yeah, and Formula Kai there, I mean, he setting that time, that 1:08, pretty fast, especially on inters. Man, that's a flying lap for sure.
You can see there at the top of your screen, we've got the weather forecast up. Light rain through the next 10 minutes. Looks like it's going to clear up here right towards the end of the session, maybe after the session concludes. So this may be the best chance they have to set a lap, you know, in these conditions before the track, you know, starts to really wet down. But we're on board now with Jay Supreme. We'll take it on board with him. At turn 2, very tricky. Especially coming off of it, trying to roll into that throttle gently enough to not break traction.
I guess so.
But he's now into sector 2, and
looking good.
You know, I don't think we're going to see a fastest lap here, but it should be a solid one, especially for a first lap in the rain on the slicks.
Yeah, he's setting medium times there. That sector 2 time though, 32.429. That's a little slow for that.
And he's invalidated as well.
Yep, there it was. Although he did have a purple third sector, 22.439.
Oh, sliding around turn 1 there. Who else do we have out? Emerson on another out lap. He set the first the lap of the day. I think was it Emerson set the first lap of the day, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, with that 111. He's on an out lap now. He's trying to improve on his time. It looks like he's actually got Red Devil ahead. Yeah. But he's way behind. So either he's doing another prep lap, or no, he's driving in the pits. So we'll jump back on board with Emerson again. See him around through Sector 3 here. He's on his out lap, getting ready to start up. Bandit, G-Boon, and J Supreme, the last ones to set a time for the evening, for the qualifying session. As Emerson crosses the line, gets his lap started. 111.29 is what he has to beat to improve. As he comes through turn 1, very smooth. And this track, it doesn't even look like it's really raining anymore. Okay, I just saw some raindrops, but like the track looks still pretty dry. There's no spray from the tires. It's interesting weather.
It is interesting, yes.
I'll definitely be curious to see how the weather turns out for the race itself. Well, we've been watching Emerson. J Supreme has set a lap time of 1:18. That's going to be his banker lap. Not good enough to really do anything with. That's almost 7 seconds behind P14 Pucks. But it does get him on the board.
It does, yeah. It looks like Bandit and G-Moon are maybe not in the session, so I'm trying to get those guys in here.
Looks like, Bandit just rejoined. And Emerson will cross the line at 1:10.6. He does improve almost 0.6 of a second off his time. That'll move him up into P11. Formula Kai, though, still holding that pole position. 1:08.7. And he's got half a second on Red Devil in P2.
Yeah, and he's already 0.3 up on this lap right now.
And he's on the enders. He's on the enders as well, so maybe something we can't see from the commentary booth, but maybe the way the track's coming together now. And there he goes.
Yeah, there he goes.
Bruce knocks almost 0.3 off his lap. That's a 1:08.456 to hold on to that pole. He's stretching that gap out to Red Devil. So Devil's going to have his work cut out for him.
Oh, looks like Lead the Follower right there just came up into 4th, though, with a 1:09.4.
Well, and SSR William as well, jumping up into 2nd place with a 1:09.1.
Yeah, I was just impressed. He did it on soft tires with the rain, but and on Williams.
Well, we had cost bets as live. We had an over under for the pole time with I think the over under was set at a 1:04. I don't know if we're going to hit that in this session due to the weather. And that line was set before we loaded into the session. So, maybe if that track does dry out there at the very end, somebody can come in, squeak in, get a lap. But it's not looking good for the under bet right now.
No, it's not. Glad that you had reminded me on that. I've now put all of my points on the over.
Puck's giving a huge tow to his teammate Red Devil there down that straight. Didn't use the DRS to let Devil by. And Pucks, he's now in 2nd place with a 1:09.0. Still 0.6 off of Formula Kai. And Devil, he's been bumped all the way back down to 6th place. But he's on the charge now. He's got that great tow through that first long straight after turn 1. And that'll definitely really help him out on his qualifying time here. Although it looks like he came out of Sector 2, he was just a hair slower, like I think almost 0.05 of a second slower on his time. But he's coming now through Sector 3. He may be able to gain a little bit. Formula Kai, improving on his time yet again. Devil crosses the line. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
T-Boone goes with the looks like a 109.045 there, but it looks like he may have been validated on that lap.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. He has a red track, so he hasn't validated. So Devil looks like he crossed the line there. He's still in P6 unless is he still going? Not sure if he's on a hot lap still or not. But Formula Guy improved his time yet again. He's almost got a full second ahead of Pucks in P2. So we had a full 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks since our last race in Australia, and seems like Guy's been grinding away. We didn't have the race in Jeddah, and it looks like he went straight to work on Austria because he is blowing these guys away right now. That's not going to be an improvement either.
Devil is starting a lap right now.
Well, he was 3 seconds slower that time around, so he may be. Let's see, who else do we have out? Let's jump over here to Mindset. Camden Bauer. He said he was going to change his name back to Mindset, and it hasn't happened yet. I think he may have lied to me. I'm not sure. Or maybe the game just hasn't, like the computer hasn't updated. He's crossing the line here. That'll put him into P2 with a 108.6. And Formula Kai still sitting pretty, still half a second ahead of P2. But we've now got two drivers in the 108s. Come down here, Kiwi. He's in P11 now, just starting just outside the points. Purple Sector 3 drops a second and a half off his time, and that will move him up ahead of Camden Bauer into P2 with a 108.4. So that gap to Formula Kai is closing up, but he's still got a pretty healthy margin.
Oh, might have a change at pole coming in. Ooh, no. Lost it there in third sector, but Red Devil goes up to fifth with a 109.105.
Well, and we got Potty right behind him on his out lap. He's invalidated during the out lap, but not that it matters. But he's going to start his lap now. And we'll jump on board with him. Stays with the track limits, cutting that corner very tight at 1, but keeping it smooth. Looks like he's actually doing another prep lap. He's weaving her across the straight.
Yeah,
so maybe
he is.
Maybe we come back.
Yeah, trying to get those tires heated up.
Yeah, which is, like we said, tough in this weather. That water carries so much heat away. On board with Silk Weaver.
Okay.
And just based on that line through turn 1, he's got his DRS open. Maybe he's going for another a push lap now. Maybe taking 2 prep laps like we've seen some of these other drivers doing. But he's in P9 at the moment. He's one of the solo rookie drivers here in AM1 this season. He's got Cos Garwin, who's reserving from AM2 tonight as a teammate. But Silk Weaver is the only full-time driver here at Alpine so far in Season 14. And he's shown some pace, but, especially as the season goes on, that riding by yourself, it's going to be tough to compete with some of these other teams that have some veteran drivers, both competing for points every week.
For sure, yeah. He's looking pretty good here on this lap, though. Ooh.
Comes out of the final corner, 105. He's going to cross the line.
Oh,
the 109.
He's up to 8th. Yeah, nice.
That does move him up a spot. So now let's jump on board back again with Potty. He should be on a push lap this time around. You can see that rear end start to step out on him a little bit coming through that corner, but he manages to keep it under control as he comes around. doing a great job of keeping it smooth and fast. He's coming through. That'll move him up into 7th with a 108.8. And his teammate also on a hot lap. So we'll jump to him as he comes through the end of Sector 3 here. And it's going to be kind of a slow lap for him. He's going to be towards the bottom. Yeah, he will be P16 with a 112. Almost 112 flat.
Yeah, and we have 2 Mercedes here that's going to be cutting it. Ooh, on the razor's edge, starting a lap, and Pucks and Devil.
We'll jump over to them.
Just now about to start Sector 3, but if it wasn't wet, I wouldn't be questioning this. But no, it looks like they're going to make it plenty of time, actually, which is impressive. They left the pits with about 1:33 to go.
Yeah. This will be their final lap of the session, I believe. But they're going to come around, and looks like Pucks is going to try and get a toe off his teammate there, at least through Sector 1. Actually, we'll jump on the Devil. We can get both those cars in the picture. Devil staying ahead. As you can see, his teammate not far behind him now. Mindset going to pole with a 107.9.
Wow.
So we have made it out of the 108s. Barely, but we've done it. And that bumps Formula Kai down to P2, but he's still out on track. So he's got time. He's got a chance to make an improvement. Red Devil going to P7. Puck's behind coming in, and he's going to be P9.
Wow.
And that's going to be our qualifying session. All right, so we've got here, at the end of qualifying, Camden Bauer in the Ferrari, 107.9. Formula Kai, Pee-wee lead the follower, Kryptonic Swang in 5th. Ferrari bookending the top 5 there. SSR William in 6th, Red Devil, Potty, Pucks, Silk Weaver in P10. Deliberation, J Supreme, DK Nortec, also reserving up from AM2. Toss Garwin, another reserve from AM2. Emerson in 15th, and G-Boon bringing up the rear in 16th.
Yes, and I believe Bandit there left the session, so I don't believe he will be with us any longer. His fans are devastated.
Well, and while we wait for these guys to load in, we'll go back. It's been 2 weeks, so we'll look at the previous race results from Australia here. Devil and G-Boon battling out for that P1. Devil taking that win. So we had the podium of Red Devil, G-Boon, Alpha Nesis. And so this is also kind of how the driver's race is kind of looking now as well. But for constructors, we'll jump here. Mercedes in that top spot with 31 points. McLaren coming up with 18. They were on for a double points finish as well. Potty crashed out, unfortunately. But that's Mercedes, McLaren, Aston Martin, Red Bull, and Kick Sauber in the top 5, with Haas, V-Carb, and Alpine finishing out with points finishers. So Ferrari and Williams yet to score a point, constructors' points, in this season. Of course, we've only had one actual race, so there's still plenty of time to get some points in.
There is, and strong case tonight for. Mercedes is going to be right on the razor's edge of making points. I mean, they're going to have to really start in 7th and 9th back there with Devil and Pucks. Like, they're going to have to work their way through the field. And then you've also got G-Boon back there in 16th. So could be a major shift in what happened at Australia versus here.
That's exactly right. And looks like the race is.
Oh, we got 5 red lights.
Okay, let's go. Let's go live.
Oh, they're out.
We're lights
There
out.
they go.
Destructo, I saw your message. Sorry, buddy. So Camden Bauer staying ahead there, but Formula Kai, P2, Kiwi P3. And it looks like we're pretty clean through that turn 1. But this turn, well, I guess technically turn 3 here is going to be, this is where the chaos can happen.
Ooh.
It looks like that McLaren and G-Boom get a little loose on the brakes, but manages to keep it on track. And looks like we're still sitting pretty well here through the first couple of corners.
Ooh. Oh, wow. That was close there. Yep. Bauer kept it. Ooh.
Camden Bauer, Formula Kai, boy, they're making a little space there to the pack. Not a lot, but they do have some space. And they're right. Kai is right on the diffuser of Camden Bauer there. As we get the rest of the field here, they're still pretty tight as well through the first lap of this race.
And as soon as he gets DRS right here, I mean, this is going to be a back and forth battle.
Garwin in the pits already. Looks like he's missing a wing.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunate. So that's going to drop him down into P17.
And Kai goes to the lead there.
Kai's in the lead. Both the Mercedes have moved up P7 and 8. Neville getting ahead of his teammate now. They're starting to build a little gap to Silkweaver in P9.
Yeah, starting to create that DRS train here. Looks like he might be making the move here on Kiwi. Kiwi's starting to lose a little bit to Potty in front of him.
Yeah, we've got that gap. Potty's made that gap now out to stretch it out to 0.6 of a second. Not enough to break DRS. And SSR William lead the follower, battling it out through that last corner. Formula Kai, fastest lap of the race, 106.9. So you can see the difference.
Up to third. Wow.
You can see the difference that the dry track makes. As SSR William goes wide there, forced out wide by the two other cars. But that dry track with slicks, we've already knocked off 5 seconds off of our qualifying times. And these are cars with full of fuel. So, they're heavier, but the track's dry, it's warmer, get some heat in those tires, and it really makes a difference.
It does, yeah.
Looks like Devil and Kiwi now going wheel to wheel. Devil kind of drops behind, lets him through. Still got the Mercedes running together, but looks like they're working together.
Mindset and Kai just kind of branch off and run away from the others behind there. But I mean, Potty already up 5 spots from the beginning. That's impressive. And you've had Kiwi drop 3 spots. SSR Williams up 2, and then Kryptonic Swang is the other one that's the biggest loser right now with losing 5 spots. G-Boon, though, who started in 16th, is up to 12th.
Yeah, not very far behind DK Nortec there in P11.
Right. Who does have a time penalty already.
Yes. We see Red Devil, he's gotten past Kiwi and lead the follower. Oh, and now he's dropped back, so I take that back. They're swapping positions. Oh no, it looks like he's inside of that.
Yeah, he's ghosted. Yeah.
Where that?
Oh wow.
Oh.
Impressive that nobody's losing a wing right there, but.
Yeah, this pack here, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's very tight. Well, ninth's in there as well. Silkweaver, Kryptonic, yeah. So 10th up through 5th. The bottom, that middle 5 there, they're battling it out. I mean, look at that pack come around through there. Unreal. So it looked like there for a moment Red Devil was gonna branch out and take a couple spots, but he dropped him right back through the next corners. Not sure, we didn't really get to see what happened, but it's still a very close race.
And everybody's saying pretty well nose to tail right now. Kiwi has drained his battery though. He's only at 8%. Devil sitting back there with 30, and then
Oh,
Pucks has 60%. Wow.
Puck's coming up into passing Kiwi there for that P7, P6, and
Oh, wow.
he's going to be up there with his teammates. So the Mercedes have moved up, but it's so close.
Yep.
Everybody wheel to wheel, trying to jockey for position without bumping too hard or going off track. So very tricky balancing act here. But those two Mercedes have moved up to the front of this pack now.
Yeah, and Devil behind Pucks there, and lead the follower now is tucked in behind. So looks like this is how they're going to run, at least for now.
Silkweaver up in 8th now, got by Kiwi, and he's right on the tail of lead the follower as well. That pack's still staying so tight.
While they've been fighting, G Boone all the while climbing that ladder, man. He's about to catch them.
Yeah, he's within a second. He's got the help of the DRS now, which is so important at this track. With 3
and he
long
loves
DRS
seeing that.
zones.
Oh man, he loves seeing that fighting because he's like, all right, boys, I'll come join.
Yeah, that really helps him stay in this battle without having to really push his tires or his car too hard at the moment. We're lap 6. We're into lap 6 of 36 now. So what? A sixth of the way through this race. Short laps. There's a lot of laps because they're short. But plenty of race left to run. There's no need to really push it too hard at this moment. Let those guys battle in front of you, and I think G-Boone has the right idea for sure.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
it looks like Van Doot is going a lap down there with the 2 leaders. Kai and Mindset actually just passed him, so.
Yeah. Cost Garwin getting by him as well. Or he what? Oh, no. Hang on. What is that? Is that Van Doot down there?
Yeah, Van Doot's in the Haas. He's just went a lap down. He's kind of in the gap right now between the leaders and right before Potty and them.
Okay. It looks like. Okay. That was it. Okay, I was trying to figure out who that was. That was Emerson. Sorry. I couldn't figure out what. I just see these dots. I'm trying to figure out who they are. And Emerson's he's retired from the session. And that'll help Van Doot once he finally comes around.
It will, yeah.
But yeah, Kai and Mindset here, they've really checked out now. 3.5 second gap to P3. But they are sticking each other like glue at the moment.
Yeah, they are. It's Kai and Mindset are running away with this race. Kai making a strong case there that after the summer break he should take Checo's seat. So we'll see how that plans out.
Red Devil, fastest lap of the race, 106.8. We're looking at Camden Bauer now in his car info. You see he's on those hard tires. Still has pretty good wear, very even tire wear. Not overheating the tires. He hasn't pushed them too hard. He's making that pass on Kai to take that P1. But I think they're just going to be swapping around for the time being. They're running their own race, and there goes Kai again as I say that.
Yep.
But there's no real tire differential there. So I think they're just kind of helping each other out, building a gap, and they've got it in mind. Maybe they've got it in mind that they're just going to try and run away with this and then battle it out there at the end. And it's as clean as this race has been. It may be a while before we see a safety car. Of course, I say that, and that commentator curse is going to come into effect here, but.
Yeah, well, let's hope not. The interesting part, though, I mean, Kai's at 60% battery, but Bauer's at almost 100%, so he's kind of waiting, picking his moment.
Yeah. Oh, big spin by Pucks. Breaks a wing.
Oh, wow.
I think he is still in the race, but he breaks his wing off.
Oh, wow. Gosh,
Looks like he just took too much curve there, outside curve there on turn 1 and got loose. Either that or he put down too much power. So we'll jump back up here with the rest of that pack. So now Red Devil he's catching up to P4 SSR William and Potty in P3 now. So now this DRS train is going to go from P3 down to Kryptonic in P8, who is not very far out of being in the DRS as well. G-Boone getting by Pucks there now, so now that moves him into the points from P16.
Yeah, and he does have about a 2-second gap there to Jay Supreme in 9th, so.
Well, we've
and
seen.
It looks like somebody just ducked into the pits there.
That'd be Silkweaver.
Yeah.
He's jumping in the pits. He's on those medium tires, lap 10. Maybe time to change those out. I don't know. But he's going to opt for another set of mediums. It looked like. So he's on for a 2-stop race. Oh no, he went to the hards. The way those shadows looked, it looked like yellow stripes, but it was not. He went on to the hards.
Okay.
And we'll take a look here at the tire life. So 14 to 16 laps is the recommended tire life for those medium tires. He may have still had a little life in him unless he was fighting too hard, just push those tires too much. But 16 to 18 laps on those hards, he's going to have to pit again anyway.
Yeah, and I can tell you those hards last forever. Well, not forever, but they do last for a while.
SSR William going wheel to wheel with lead the follower.
Yeah, and Potty with a 3-second time penalty. Ooh.
That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt for him as close as Devil is behind him now. But SSR William, he's really dropped out of it. He was up there in P3, P4 with Potty, and he's dropped all the way down to P7 now.
Yeah, if they were to finish right now, Potty would go back to 8th. Oof, gosh, it's hard.
Yeah, this field is so tight right now.
Yeah, they are.
That 3 seconds really will hurt. Red Devil getting that pass done now. Puts Potty down into P4. G-Boon now up into P9 with a 3-second gap to Jay Supreme, but it looks like he's knocking time off the whole way around. We'll jump down there with him. He's chasing Jay Supreme for that P8. And actually, at the moment, he's going a little slower. But we're not even halfway through this race. Maybe he's trying to look after those hard tires a little bit. Really, Jay Supreme, he's got the DRS. It looks like, he could catch up in 3 laps according to this. So Jay Supreme does have the help of the DRS, and I think that's going to stretch his ability to fight against G-Boon. But once G-Boon gets up in that, and he's already down into the 2-second range, like low 3, high 2s. So I definitely think
yeah,
he may be on to catch him here shortly. Oh, we've got a yellow flag there at turn 1. Who was that? Looked like a Williams. Was that lead the follow? No.
No, it was not lead. No, not deliberation either.
Hey, where's Pucks? Was it? It may have been Pucks, or maybe Garwin.
Pucks
It was
is
Garwin.
just now coming to 1.
Yeah, it was Garwin. He has no wing.
Yeah. Wow.
Unfortunate for him, that moves him down into 15, with his still ahead of his other AM2 colleague Bandit, who is a full lap down from P15. Jay Supreme now, he's going up, pulling up next to Kryptonic Swang, coming into this turn 3. He's gonna get ahead, but Kryptonic's gonna have the inside line. He's gonna get the run off, but it's not gonna be enough. Looks like Jay Supreme still has the traction on him, and he's gonna pull ahead and take that P7.
Yeah. Wow. No, he might get him on the switchback here though. Looks like, nah, he backed off of it.
Bandit retiring in the pits, looks like. So both the Haas out of this race tonight.
Yep, that's going to be a tough team meeting with Gene again.
Oh, yeah. So Haas will remain scoreless through 2 races now. Devil's jumping into the pits now. He's on those mediums. Oh, wow, takes out the speed limit sign. but does not catch a penalty for speeding. So he got it break down just in time. He's going to go onto those hards as well. Good pit stop for him. Good turn in.
Going
Good
for that
exit.
undercut here.
A little bit of an undercut. Hill's come out. He's got plenty of space to Silkweaver. Well, Silkweaver coming up that straight now. And I think he's still going to be able to come out ahead of him, but will he be able to stay ahead once they get on this straight? And no, Silkweaver's going to get
might
ahead.
help him with DRS on the next straight, though.
That's true. Could be a big brain play from Red Devil.
Yes, yep, he does have DRS. And there he goes.
Silkweaver.
Pucks with another 3-second time penalty
on those
there.
hards as well, but he's got well, they're not really worn that badly either. Sitting at 5% wear. So Devil's got the fresher tires, but Silkweaver has them up to temperature. So he may still be able to fight back. Yeah, Devil, you see his carcass temperature is not up to temp yet. And it's gonna have a little bit of an effect on his grip, but he does have pace and he's ahead. But now he's got to keep Silkweaver behind with the DRS. Potty and lead the follower in the pits now. Potty's down into 9th.
Yep.
Or 11th.
And yeah, he's just now coming out of the pits. Looks like he'll be about 2 seconds behind Devil, so looks like the undercut worked there for him.
Yeah, and his teammate G-Boon now up into P6, but has yet to pit, I believe.
That's correct, yeah.
So let's take a moment here. We'll look at the tire situation. A lot of hards on the track now. 3 medium runners yet to pit, all in 14-lap-old mediums. Really well, the top 8 have yet to pit. 3 mediums, the rest hards. Everyone who's pitted so far onto the hards now. They're going to be looking. I don't think they're going to be able to stretch it out to the end of the race, so I think we're going to see a 2-stopper here.
Yeah, and Williams coming into the pits right now. See where he comes out at. Oh, he will come out behind Devil.
He's going onto those fresh hards as well. Seems to be the move. Devil with the fastest lap of 106.6. Oh, Jay Supreme getting that move done on Kryptonic Swing around that corner.
But he did pick up a 3-second time penalty, though.
He did, and Kryptonic getting that position back as well. So the Ferraris not really together, but they're running 2-3 at the moment. As Kai and Mindset have really checked out now. They've got a almost 11-second gap to P3. And they're just chilling, doing their own thing.
They are, yeah.
Incredible pace. You know, I think, what we say, Red Devil, he had a 106, pulled the fastest lap, but these guys are just dragging each other along, running their own race. And speaking of, Mindset's teammate Kryptonic in the pits now. He's going for the hards as well. Kiwi picking up a 3-second time penalty for track limits.
Jeez.
With Kryptonic in the pits and Nortec in the pits, Devil's now back up into 6th. And G-Boon, he's up into P4, right on the back of Jay Supreme, and looks like he's going to the outside there. He's got the DRS. So you're going to get that move done. And he is. Diving right back in before this corner as they come into Sector 2.
Oh, wow, he lost it there.
Oh.
Getting back into it. And then Supreme goes around.
So we'll take another look at that.
Wow.
You can see him come through that corner. He gets ahead. And looks like he just put a little too much power down trying to stay ahead there, and it ran him into the wall. Unfortunate for G-Boon. He's still up in that P4. And he didn't go in the pits, so maybe he doesn't have any damage. We'll check the car info here. Yeah, he's got both end plates. Wing looks good. But those tires, he is almost 30% wear on those tires.
And he did just pick up a 3-second there. Mm.
So both the McLarens now with 3-second penalty.
Yeah, and he's racing Jay Supreme in front of him, who also has a 3-second penalty. So, that negates it.
Yes. But behind, they got Deliberation behind, penalty free, who is within that 3-second gap to both of them.
Yep. And he loves watching what he's seeing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so now his job, I think, just to kind of hang close and let them fight it out. And that's 2 easy positions, unless the opportunity to get by presents itself.
Which it will be interesting to see. All 3 of these guys started on hard tires, so they're going to go to mediums. But how long they're going to make this first stint, though? Which, actually, now that I look at it, Mindset and Kai both are on hards as well.
Well, and I believe I think they started on the hards, did they not?
Yeah, they did. So I missed that.
Yeah. So top 5 all started on the hards. 18 laps on those tires.
But your interesting thing, though, if you pull up the interval there to the leader, remember Devil has already pitted, and that undercut may pay off. Now, granted, he's going to have older hards whenever Kai and Mindset come out behind him on mediums. So he's going to have to fight them off. But I believe, if I'm correct on this, Devil will be in the race lead there, at least for a period of time, whenever they do pit.
Well, currently, he's got Silk Weaver behind him. He's going to have to fight him off. And he's within DRS, but he's not super close, so I don't think he's going to be able to get a move done on this start straight. But he may be able, if he can hang close, he may be able to take him here after turn 1. Currently 6/10 behind. He's going to open up that flat and get to cooking.
Oh.
You can see that gap shrinking now. I still don't think he's not gonna have enough. But he's gonna have another DRS zone here. And Kiwi picking up another 3-second time penalty.
Still think he's a little too far back here to make the move.
I believe you're right.
And which he's stuck with him since they came out of the pits, though, or after Devil came out of the pits right in front of him. They were right there together, and he made that pass in the first DRS opportunity. But since then, I mean, give him credit. Silkweaver stuck right with him.
Yeah. Yeah, Devil has such good pace, and Silkweaver is showing, he can hang as well. And he's closing that gap. He's down to 3.5 tenths behind, 3 tenths behind.
And they have caught Deliberation, who is still on his first set of tires, I believe.
Yeah, that top 5 still has yet to pit. And I'm wondering what the tire wear is looking like for these guys. We've seen Mindset and Formula Kai, they haven't. I don't really think they've been pushing too hard. I mean, they've got that gap out to 14.5 seconds now. They've got incredible pace, but I don't think they're really pushing that hard. They're not really racing each other. They're just kind of chasing each other around the track, which seems to be the smart move. It's going to pay off. But let's see. Take a look here again at the tire wear. Yeah, I mean, we're 21 laps into this race, and he still has yet to break 40% on any of his tires. They're still within the temperature range. And I think probably we're going to see the same for Mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mindset's hit 40% on that front right, but the rest of his tires are all pretty evenly worn at 33 to 36%.
Yep. Oh, and there goes Jay Supreme into the pits.
He will be the first of those top 5 to tap out and take the new tires. And I believe, what are we thinking? He's probably going to go for the mediums here with 14
I would
laps
think
left.
so, yeah.
As long as he ran the hards. Yep, and he's going to go onto those yellow sidewalled mediums. So Red Devil now, he's up into 4th, 2 seconds behind G-Boon, who is 15.5 seconds behind Mindset. So that's
it looks like Jay Supreme will come out all the way in 12th, right behind Kiwi.
Unfortunate. And all those down there with penalties as well.
Yeah.
But Kiwi with a 6-second, DK Nortec with 9 seconds. So Jay Supreme just, he just has to stay within 3 seconds of Kiwi to take advantage of that if he doesn't get by, just outright get by him. And once he does, he doesn't have to worry about any of the other ones passing him, anyone behind for passing due to penalties.
Yeah, that's true.
Which really, it still isn't enough for the points. But at least you don't have to worry about any pressure behind.
Both leaders are in the pits, and they're coming out. Let's see where they come out compared to Devil right here. And
Devil's going to get by
goes.
him coming into turn 1.
Yeah, but they are right behind him. Oh, wow.
Both on
folks, buckle up.
That's right. Both on fresh tires. Devil, we said he was going to have more worn tires this race. But his wear looks good. I mean, 14% on his front left. His rears seem, he hasn't really spun his rears much, it looks like. He's at 11 and 12 on his rears. He's going to have enough tire to be competitive for these last 13 laps, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so as well. Weaver's going to be... It's going to be a little dicey for him, which, as I say, that Formula Chi goes right by and up, and there... Manta didn't make the move yet, but he's about to.
Yeah, coming up. Tricky spot to do it, but yeah, he's got a wing in there, and he's going to be going around the outside in this corner, and he's going to get that move done.
Yep.
Great pass for Mindset. G-Boone in the pits now.
G-Boone, yep.
That puts Devil in the lead, but he's Formula Chi right on his tail. And there is that tire differential now. Like I said, he's going to have decent enough tires, I think, to be competitive. But he's on the hards that are worn. Kai's on those brand new mediums. He's had a lap around the track now. They've probably upped the temp. And so now he's got to worry about Kai. He's got to worry about Camden Bauer. He's got to worry about Silkweaver. They're all right there on him. It looks like they're coming up on the back marker there of an Alpine. I believe that's Garwin. It is. Getting shown the blue flags. And as he's a back marker, he's going to go. So he's not really going to present much of a problem for the leaders. But it is sometimes kind of hard to see when you get inside. But he is going to move over and let those leaders by. Kai taking the lead again over Devil. And he's already got almost a full second gap on him. This man is flying.
Yeah, he is.
Kai, he just got fastest lap of the race. But lead the follower picking up a 3-second time penalty, so we don't get to see what the fastest lap was. Deliberation jumping in the pits now.
Like his fastest lap was a 1:05.687. Wow.
Yeah, killer lap, especially for race conditions with the fuel load.
Yeah, that would have been good enough for pole in AM3. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For those of you taking notes at home, practice pays off.
Here we go. Mindset now. He's got past Devil.
Ooh.
Devil's still in that P3. He's got a 1.1 gap to Silkweaver. He will have the help of DRS from Mindset. So now it's all about keeping that space to Silkweaver so he can increase that gap and help his chances of staying on this podium. We've got 10 laps to go now.
That's right, yeah, and I mean, the mediums versus hards there, I mean, Devil's being competitive. If he can stay with Mindset, though, and then stay with Formula Chi, those mediums will fall off eventually.
Yeah, especially if they have to fight now a little more, especially Kai and Bauer. Oh, and Mindset, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mindset dropping to Red Devil, but he's going to make the move, take that back. But now he's got to fight. Him and Kai, they both were driving so easy those first, almost 20 laps. Now he's got a little competition. That's going to work those mediums. So yeah, I think you're right. This could this could play into Devil's favor with those harder tires.
It could, but right now it's playing into Kai's favor. I mean, he's sitting there like, yeah, boys, y'all just fight. I'm just going to set up here, put it on cruise control, max style, and just coast away.
That's exactly right. Meanwhile, we saw down here, Potty, he got the pass done on lead the follower. who is still within DRS range. They both have penalties, so this is going to be a straight up just position battle, I believe. I believe the penalties, they both have a 3 second. So there's no advantage to be had there through penalties. So this is just going to be a straight up position battle. And G-Boon, after that little mishap on track, he's down. He's back in the points, but he's down in P9 with a 3 second gap to Kryptonic, and he's got a penalty as well. Oh, and there goes Potty with another 3 second.
Oh, man.
And that's really going to hurt here.
Yeah, that will. Which,
now,
I mean, luckily where everybody's stretched out, I mean, he would only lose one position currently, but, his teammate is catching, and I think is going to be up there as this race starts to come down because he's on the medium tires as well.
Yeah. Potty's, he's doing a good job of staying ahead of lead the follower, but like I said, now he's got to build a 3 second gap to that P6 just to hold on to that P5. And really, as it sits now, he'll drop from he was going to drop from 5th to 7th. Now he'll drop from he can hold on to that P6. No, he'll drop from P6 to P7 with that 6 second penalty.
Right. Yeah.
But up front, Devil's still in the mix. He's got the move done on Mindset again. And I don't think this position battle is going to go like it did for Mindset as it did when him and Kai were running 1-2 and swapping back and forth. That wasn't really a battle. This is.
That's true, yeah.
And like go ahead.
It's crazy. Like when you look at tires, it's how quick those mediums fall off. Devil's looking at around 21 average, roughly, on all of his tire wear, like 21%, and the medium's already up to 16 on all the tires. Actually, 19 on the back left back there. So, I mean, really, there's no tire advantage right now. It's a straight up battle.
Yeah, and you can see that there on that graphic. Yeah, Mindset, he's 16 to 19%. Kiwi retired in the pits now, but yeah, Mindset, he's 16 to 20% wear on his tires. We'll jump over here to Devil, and he showed a pretty even 20 to 23. So yeah, we're going to see the crossover point where those hards stay better longer than the mediums do. I think before the end of this race.
Yeah, I mean, because you still got 7 laps, so that crossover point is probably in a lap or two, and then it'll just be coming down to pace.
Meanwhile, we were following him earlier. Potty now, he's got DRS from Silkweaver. Him and Lead the Follower have managed to catch up to that P4.
Yep, they have. And he's got DRS right now in the first DRS zone here after turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like Potty, he'll be in striking distance within the next lap or so to Silkweaver.
Oh, yeah, and a good exit there.
Of course, he does have that 6 seconds of penalties, so it may be for naught. But if he can at least increase his gap to those behind that are penalty free, he's got 4
had a moment there.
He's got 4 seconds to SSR William. If he can eke out another 2 seconds on him before the end of the race, he can at least drop from 5th just to 6th.
Yeah, for sure.
Meanwhile, his teammate G-Boon in P9, he's caught up to Kryptonic Swang, but G-Boon also with the penalties. It's going to be tough for him to make anything stick here. We've got 5 laps. It'll be 4 laps to go here in just a moment, I think. No, it'll be 5 laps. We're on lap 31.
Yeah, the
leaders have already passed. But he does have that DRS, and he's almost got 3. Yeah, he's got 3 seconds on J Supreme now, who also has penalties.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like he's gonna have a net 9 there right now.
Yeah. Lead the follower
And
diving
he
in there on Silkweaver, getting the pass done. He's going to stay with Potty. Potty up into 4th. Lead the follower in 5th. Silkweaver dropping down to 6th. But he doesn't have to push it too hard with, coming down to the penalties now and really making a difference. If he can just hang with, he can get those 2 positions back pretty easily.
Yeah, and G-Moon did complete the pass there on Kryptonic, and he's already worked down that gap in front of him to almost a little bit below 1.4 seconds. So I think within this lap, he will be within the DRS range. Oh, and Mindset with a 3-second penalty there.
Oh, and that's going to be huge for Devil.
That is huge, yeah. Now it takes away any necessity for him to fight.
Yeah, 4 laps to go. Devil definitely has the pace to hang within that 3 seconds. So even if if Mindset does get by him, he can still net that P2.
Yeah.
But Mindset, he's got an 8-second gap to lead the follower and Potty behind. They both have penalties. So, Mindset, at least at the moment, has P3 locked up, at the very least.
Yeah, that's true. And we talked about the crossover on tires when we were talking about Devil and Mindset. But what we didn't talk about was Kai's tires as compared to Devil's, and where it just shows you how much like fighting wears those tires down. Kai is actually better on his tire wear on those mediums compared to Devil on his hard. So being up there, clean air, not really having to push as much, it's really helped him out.
Yeah, you can see though he's pushing a little bit because he's getting a little hot on the surface temps there on that front right coming around that fast left-hander.
Yeah.
Which will not help his tire wear, but he does have better wear or similar wear to Devil. Meanwhile, Mindset, who also went on those meetings at the same time as Kai, is looking a little worse for the wear, especially on his rears.
Yeah, but I mean he's going to make the pass right now. Looks like he's going to complete this pass. Yep, going down. Now he's back into 2nd, but with those time penalties, that'll push him back to 3rd. I say that Devil just has to make sure to run a clean race at this point.
That's exactly right. Meanwhile, G-Boon, he's moved up into P7. He's gotten by SSR William. 4-second gap to Silkweaver in P6. We've only got 2 laps to go. I don't think he's going to make it to Silkweaver unless something, egregious happens.
Yeah, especially with Silkweaver and Lead the Follower both having DRS up there behind Potty. It's going to be really hard for him to catch without DRS. Plus, he has a battle behind him with SSR William and Kryptonic Swing both having DRS as well. So,
yeah, and you can see there, Kryptonic, he's close enough now. I think he's within striking distance of SSR William. He's got a 4/10 gap. He's come through the start straight. They're in there between turns 1 and 3 through that next DRS zone, and they're going to have another one right after this corner as well. Really going to help him. But SSR William having the DRS as well, so that's just gonna catch them up to Boone, keep them running with him, and stretch that gap to J Supreme down in 10th.
For sure, yeah. And I think Weaver's happy to stay where he's at too, because as of right now, he would jump up to 4th. So,
yeah, let's jump on board with Silkweaver there in the Alpine. Yeah, he's just chilling. Following Lead the Follower. And I think you're right. He knows He knows he's just got to stay there, stay with him, stay clean, and he'll be on for that net P4. It looked like they're in the background. G-Boon, SSR William, and Kryptonic Swing were coming down that straight. And it looked like somebody was swinging out wide, like they were going to make a move, but it doesn't look like it happened.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Swang and William both into the wall. Oh my gosh! Wow.
And that is unfortunate.
Oh my gosh.
Was that William or Jason Bream he got wrapped up with?
That was Kryptonic Swing and William both. They just.
William seems to be all right though. Doesn't seem to have any wing damage. So that's unfortunate for Kryptonic Swing, who was running a pretty strong race there.
Yeah. Kind of unbelievable that he doesn't have wing damage, but I don't know.
So now Kai, Red Devil, and Camden Bauer crossing the line. Potty, Silkweaver, and Lee the follower. Potty's going to drop those 2 positions down to P6. G-Boon coming across in P7. SSR William. He's going to jump up to P7 over G-Boon thanks to penalties. J Supreme in 9. And as we wait for the rest of the pack to cross the line, Deliberation will have 10th place. We'll go back to that replay and see if we can catch what happened there with Kryptonic. It looks like we were following along with G-Boon. It looks like William. Oh wow, yeah, William trying to defend. Kryptonic, they just made wheel contact there. Kryptonic's front left and William's rear right, and just sent them both careening off the track. That was wild.
Yeah, it was kind of unbelievable that William escapes that without any damage.
Yeah, threw him in the gravel, but he managed to keep it on track and keep it damage free. Wow, what a race.
Man.
Formula Kai going to do the backflip on the podium. So he takes that top spot. He's got the trophy.
There we go.
He's going to hoist it. Thumbs up
and
for the win.
It'd be a great champagne bath here. Win your home race. You've got your own bull at this place. I mean, come on now. I mean, there's literally a statue of a bull. This is the Red Bull Ring. Was there any doubt? Was there any doubt? No.
No.
There wasn't.
Home field advantage. They spray the Ferrari. And this will be your finishing order here. Formula Kai, Red Devil, Camden Bauer, Silkweaver lead the follower in P5.
Then we got Potty, SSR William, who managed to survive a crash there on the last lap. G-Boon, J Supreme, Deliberation. And we've got Pucks, DK Nortec, Kryptonic Swang, who unfortunately was in that last lap crash there. Then we have Kos Garwin. We also have Kiwi Bandit and Emerson down there as well. Man. Lost a lot of good men out there.
A lot of retirements, a lot of penalties.
But
a lot of, I mean, especially that pit stop. I think the pit stop sequence, green flag, we went green flag the whole race. That pit stop sequence really kind of shuffled the order around. We were running so tight through that first, almost 20 laps. And then as we hit the pits, it really shook up the order a little bit. And then the penalties came into play as well. That was what a race.
Oh yeah, it was a great race. Especially from a strategy point too. I mean, just looking at that, even from Devil's standpoint, who had to work his way up through the field, taking the undercut and it really paying off there.
Oh yeah. All right, so we're going to jump here to the interview screen, and we're going to try and get these drivers in for some interviews. So just hang tight momentarily. Who do we have here? Kai, Mindset, and Red Devil, correct?
That's correct.
All right, let's try and get them in the VC here. But yeah, so, yeah, I mean, Kai and mindset there at the beginning of the race, man, they really checked out, working together. Like that was cool. Um, you know, Devil getting that undercut done, that really moved him up into contention. Um, but he was so far behind, like they managed to get by him. But that late penalty for mindset was a killer.
Yeah, yeah, it was. And but good battles there across the board, really. Kyle was able to open it up there at the end, but still, it was a great battle.
Get in there, Lewis.
All right. So we are currently joined by Cost Mindset, Camden Bauer, the Ferrari driver, getting that P3. How was that race, man?
I mean, hey, I really can't be mad at all. I didn't do any practice at all leading up to the week. Um, but yeah, I mean, the pace was good. I think I kind of got a little caught up in the traffic after pitting right behind Kai. I couldn't really get through as easy as him, which kind of hurt because I couldn't stay on the back of him. But yeah, the teamwork was great for me and Kai. I love that. But yeah, I mean, hey, I had the pace. I just got an unlucky last warning that shouldn't have happened. But hey, I'll take a P3 all day.
Yeah, I mean, we were especially there at the beginning, man. We were watching that. You and Kai just seemed like just kind of wasn't even really battling it out, just chasing each other around the track. And man, you stretched that gap out so far because of it. Devil went for that undercut, and it paid off for him. But man, y'all come out right behind him and were able to take that 1-2 right back. Thanks to that, the new medium tires, that tire differential. Yeah, and then seemed like you had to do a little more battling there at the end with Devil than you did with Kai. But man, it was cool to watch for sure, the teamwork there and the strategy at play. But unfortunate. Did you happen to be in a chat with Kryptonic there?
I was my exact reaction when I saw Kryptonic swing retired from the session. I was like, no. I was like, yeah. I looked over to my screen and I just saw the stream and I saw a kick coming back on the track and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
So,
they got a little
that's
tangled up
unfortunate.
there, but I didn't know if maybe you had a little insight into a little better insight than what we had on what happened. We just caught like the very very tail end of it on the stream.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
I
had
think
no
that
idea.
that was like a Schumacher-esque type running into the wall, but whatever. Anyways, Stewards will have a heyday with that one. Um, anyways, no, that was excellent to see the teamwork with you all, and I mean, you stretched out like a 10-second gap there before pitting, and then starting on the hards. You obviously did the long stint first, and that helped with the pace there at the end on the mediums. But whenever y'all came back out, like you were able to really make up that gap to Devil and I know Kai overtook him pretty quick, but then you all kept going back and forth. And you said that unfortunately on the last time penalty there, what do you think that might be an error on the game or something? Like it was.
I mean, no, it was on turn 3. I just cut it just a little too much. I think me and Devil might have been side by side. But I mean, it is what it is. He had me at the end anyway, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it was good racing though. It was good to see, and that's what we were saying the whole time. Is like Devil's got those hards, but then coming out with those fresh mediums. We thought kind of y'all were going to get back to that same teamwork and pull away from him, and then he might be able to catch up with the hards as the mediums went away. But no, it didn't really happen that way.
Yeah, that's what I wish happened, but I kind of got stuck behind him, and then we decided to battle, I guess, and Kai was able to just run away and get the win for himself. So yeah, it was a great race by Kai. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your podium mindset. It's glad to have you
Yeah.
back with us
Thank
post
you.
race.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we're going to jump over to our P2 finisher, Red Devil.
Hello.
Welcome
Again, guys.
back.
What's up?
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
talk us through that
That
race,
was
man.
something, eh?
That was a
Yeah.
wild one.
Yeah, it did not start off great. Like qualifying was terrible. I don't know. Like I wasn't getting traction out of the corners at all. And I was seeing Kai put up these amazing times. Like I couldn't get near, and then mindset too at the end. I was like, what the hell are these guys doing? And then I had to get through the field, which was hard, which was a bit of a task. And then right there at the end, I mean, I definitely had the pace to stick with Kai. I think I made a mistake, and I wanted to work with mindset, but I didn't know if he wanted to work with me. So I was like, okay, is he working with me? Is he not working with me? I don't know. I wasn't even deploying that much. I was on like medium deployment and on the straights, and he wasn't overtaking me. So I didn't know. Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. We couldn't catch Kai, but yeah, I thought I could have. Kept up with them because at the end, I think these guys on the hards had more wear than me. So I was like, okay, uh, I think I was at like 30%, and these guys were at like probably 40 by the end. So yeah, I was doing good, but not enough for the win today.
Well, I will say we were kind of monitoring the tire wear there in
Mhm.
that final stint, and it seemed, especially like where you and Mindset had been battling it out, um, his kind of crossover point on those mediums to where the hards where your hards that were a few laps older were actually kind of went back to being the better tire. He hit that a lot quicker than Kai did. Who was out there running in clean air by himself and not really battling anybody. Uh, but yeah, I mean, like it was cool to see. That undercut seemed to work out. They went in the pits. You took the lead, but they came out right behind you, and Kai was able to just get right by, and then you and Mindset kind of fought it out. Made for some interesting racing for sure. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, actually, the original plan was Puck spun, I think,
yeah,
behind me. So
Yep.
original plan was for us to pit a lap later than each other, like him pitting lap 13, me 14, I think, and then we were gonna use the DRS, like probably have more pace with that. And because he spun out, I had to do all of that on my own, which kind of didn't work out for the strategy, at least for the win. But yeah, that's okay. Uh, it was a good strategy, but sometimes not everything works out.
well, I
Yeah,
mean, it seems like you certainly made the most of it uh, tonight.
Yeah,
you did. Yeah, well, and starting back there and working yourself or working your way up through the field, it's impressive in and of itself. Just to not get caught up in wrecks or anything like that. I mean, there was some great three wide battling right through there that I'm surprised that nobody came out of that with like a missing wing or something like that. It was pretty wild.
yeah. In the midfield, I thought I was gonna lose my wing like 5 or 6 times easily. Uh, but yeah, I thankfully I kept it.
Yeah, yeah, it was a great battle in there. And then once again, great job like working yourself up through the field, um, being able to come up there and you know come back home with second here. That's it's obviously going to be a great debrief there with Toto. So
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't pull my leg for not getting the P1. But
yeah,
I'm
well, we don't have to
happy.
worry about you
Hopefully he's
being
happy with P2.
yeah, yeah, we don't have to worry about you being
Unless there's a
underweight.
disqualification coming for P1. I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Anyway, thanks guys. GG's to Kai and Mindset as well.
Yeah, congratulations
GG's,
on that
man.
P2.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
All right, we'll finish it off with your 2024 Austrian Grand Prix winner, Formula Kai. Congratulations. Welcome to the
Thank you.
welcome to the booth. Man, that was a
Thanks for
heck of
having
a
me.
race. Yeah, thanks for joining us, man. That was a heck of a race. We spoke to Mindset about it earlier, but man, the way y'all worked together and just checked out in that first stint was wild. I think
Yeah,
like 10 to
it was
14
great.
second gap. Unreal.
Yeah. Well, off the line, I think after turn one, mindset just weaved on the straight, and then I kind of clicked. You know, I knew what he wanted to do,
So
and he
you
knew
knew
what I
it from
wanted to
that.
do.
That's what I was
Yeah,
aiming for. Let's go.
yeah. That tactic is not unknown to me. But yeah, I just knew like if we wanted, I think after the second lap or so, a big gap formed because of battling behind us, and I just knew that we probably that's what we had to do. Like we had to commit to the strategy and then try to stretch out that gap as far as we can, and then battle it out later.
Well, and it certainly
yeah.
worked out. I mean, I think that was crucial in combating that undercut that Devil was like pulled there, because
Yeah.
he did get ahead of you when you both went into the pits finally, but
hmm
you came out right behind him and were able to pretty quickly take that lead back. So yeah, I mean, I think I fully believe that was what helped that happen.
Yeah. Oh, I knew. Well, going into the race, I knew like my main concern was going to be Red Devil, but luckily he had a really bad qualifying. And the moment I saw him go into the pits, like on lap 13, I knew we just had to go long, because if we go now, then his hards are just going to beat ours. And yeah, I think I did a couple of things that tipped the scale in my favor. I think the lap that we pitted on, me and Mindset, I saw that he was sliding. He started sliding, I think, 2 laps prior. So I was like, well, we don't want to go too long so that he has just as good tires as I do. Because I think on my end I had a little better tire management. So I knew that we had to go long, but not too long, so that the delta at the end, like me saving my tires a little bit more, would just help me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
and we definitely saw too. Like especially there at that second stint, you were out in that clear air by yourself, and like your tire management was so much better. Just from not having to fight with anybody.
Yeah, that definitely helped.
But yeah,
But it
so
was also super stressful. Like I think starting from lap 5, I was already on 2 warnings, so I had to drive the whole race. it was so stressful the entire time. And when Mindset and Devil went side by side into turn 3, I think I was 2 tenths out of the DRS window. And I was like, oh my god! I just breathed a sigh of relief. It's over.
Oh
It's
yeah.
over. Smooth sailing from here. Like those
yeah,
2-3 laps where Mindset had gotten past Red Devil and he was trying to stay on my ass, and I think he was barely staying in. He was 1/10 inside my. I think I was faster in sector 2, but he had the straight line speed, so I knew
Mm.
I had to pull away in sector 2.
yeah, yeah. It was great. The strategy was amazing. Um, tell me about like your excuse me. Wow. Oh God, I got choked up there.
It's all right. Take your time.
Yeah.
Thanks for the patience. Talk to me about your
It better
qualifying
be
there,
one
because
one hell of a question.
oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
I was wondering about the qualifying because I mean your times compared to everyone. I think Mindset got close at the very end of qualifying, but I mean you were just putting it on them. Like through the whole session up until like Mindset got close at the end, but like you were so far ahead of everyone else. Um, was there anything special you did there for qualifying, or just like extra prep lap, or just knowing the
Well,
track well, or
I've always been very comfortable in the wet, but Mindset just came out with the monster lap at the end. But I think I had slightly higher wings than everybody did, but also the game was telling everybody to go on the softs. But I always do I always do a run on inters, just because that's what I do, and like it allows me to save another set of tires for the race. So, and it ended up, I was surprised that I, like, on my first push lap, I did time that was good enough for P1. I don't know, it's just, I think in the wet, what you need to do is just put a few laps of fuel, get out there and get a feel of things, and just drive and drive. Like get more and more comfortable with the track, getting closer to the limit. That's just
almost like a practice session.
yeah,
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 that's smart.
pretty much. That's what I did on my first and second push laps. I put like 5 or 6 laps of fuel, just like out there doing lap after lap, just getting the feel of things.
Well, it certainly paid off. It seems like.
Thank you.
So for those of you watching at home now, you know the strategy. If it's raining a little bit, put those inners on, go out there, get a feel for it, and you too can be a winner in contest of speed.
Hell yeah.
Well, I think that's it for me, Chubb. Any follow ups or anything before we get out of here?
No, just outstanding race though, and outstanding teamwork, especially to see that between a Ferrari and a Red Bull. I never thought I would see the day, and then a Mercedes up there too. Like, wow, this is crazy. But getting that home Grand Prix win, it's like I was saying at the end. Like, was there any doubt? I mean, y'all literally have a statue of a Red Bull on this track, so yeah, I think it was.
We paid the stewards a little extra before the weekend.
Yeah, that's why he didn't get that third penalty. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Second penalty for mindset.
All right, yeah.
We're gonna have a nice little dinner after the race. Stewards team.
The truth comes out.
Was it not
Horner
supposed to
home
say
before that?
Oh man. Well, Kai.
At the end there, Kai was going so slow. I knew he was on 2 warnings. I think the last lap, for sure, he was on 2 warnings.
Well, it's also trying to save some ERS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It was stressful, man. Around Austria, any corner can give you a warning.
Yeah, I was on 2 warnings too.
Well, I mean, you guys tiptoeing around the track, and it's still, pulling off that podium. I mean, it's great to see. Congratulations, all three of you, man. Great race. Great teamwork, great battles. Put on a heck of a show. And that's why AM1 that's the crown jewel of contest of speed, in my opinion. You guys do such a great job week in and week out. So thank you for that.
Hey, thanks for having us in the booth.
Yeah.
So and it's gonna be a heck of a race, or heck of a championship race this year too. I can already tell that. So it's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. And with that, I think we're gonna close it down for the night. So thank you to our viewers at home for joining us here at Contest of Speed. This was the Austrian Grand Prix from AM1 with your podium finishers: Formula Kai in first, Red Devil in second, Cost Mindset in third. And if you enjoyed what you saw out here tonight, want to be a part of this great on-track action, we have a great community to join in the Twitch chat. Exclamation point Discord will give you a link to our Contest of Speed Discord. Come and join our community, be a part of it. We've got American, European tiers for all skill levels. Great community to be a part of, even if you don't want to race. But we have spots open, reserve drives available. We'd love to have you come be a part of it. So like I said, exclamation point Discord, we'll send you a link in the Twitch chat to our Discord. Come join us. With that, we will be joining you here next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, next Thursday, coming to you live from Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. And that's 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be starting the action Tuesday night with, it'll be Tuesday afternoon, 9 p.m. UK time for EU3, be 9 p.m. Eastern time for AM3, and then EU2, AM2 Wednesday, and then we'll be back with AM1 and EU1 Thursday night. So join us back here on Twitch for that. Join the Discord. Come be a part of our community. And with that, I'm Electric Entree, along with Chubb Tucker, signing off. Thank you and good night.
Peace.
I go to sleep. I'm chasing witches in the street. I'm the best bitch in